welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke Miller, and today I'm going to be answering a Q&A based on my brand new film, Breakpoint. So the question for today that I'll be answering is, how does Breakpoint use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? So most sports films follow a familiar formula. An underdog rises to the top, a big championship moment, a feel-good victory. However, Breakpoint takes a different path and a different approach. Instead of focusing on just competition, we explore something deeper, the emotional strain of ambition, loyalty, and self-doubt. Our story follows two best friends who have played doubles tennis together since childhood. They've always been a team, pushing each other to do better and improve. But as they grow older, their dynamic starts to change. One of them gets better while the other one struggles to keep up. It starts small, missed shots, frustration, and lots of tension, but over time it becomes impossible to ignore. The stronger player is improving at a rapid pace while his best friend is continuously falling behind. And it's no longer just affecting their game, but it is affecting their lifelong friendship. This is where we challenge the conventions. Most sports movies build toward a defining match, where everything is on the line and the protagonist either wins or loses. However, in Breakpoint, the real battle isn't happening on the court, but it's happening within the characters' minds. The stronger player receives an offer to play in college, a chance to take his game to the next level. However, accepting this means leaving his best friend behind, abandoning the partnership that they've had for so many years since they were kids. The weaker player knows this, and even though he wants to be supportive, he can't shake the feeling that he's being left behind. So the question becomes, do you choose your dream, even if that means breaking a bond that's defined your entire life, or do you stay loyal even if it holds you back from amazing opportunities? This is what makes Breakpoint unique. Instead of focusing on an external competition, we turn the spotlight inward. It's not only about tennis, it's about loyalty, ambition, and the painful realization that sometimes the people we love the most can be the ones holding us back. Beyond breaking traditional film tropes, Breakpoint also represents a major issue that isn't discussed enough in athletics, which is mental health. The pressure to succeed, the fear of failure, and the weight of heavy expectations are things that almost every athlete today deals with, but they're rarely explored in sports films. The weaker player isn't just struggling with his game, he's struggling with self-doubt, anxiety, and the overwhelming fear that he's not good enough. Meanwhile, the stronger player is carrying guilt. He knows he has a shot at something bigger, but he doesn't want to betray his best friend. This emotional conflict is the core of our film Breakpoint. It's not as simple as making a decision, because either choice will leave deep scars for our characters. Mental health in sports is a real issue. Athletes are taught to push through the plane, to focus on the results, to only care about winning, and to prove themselves over and over and over again throughout each game. But Breakpoint asks, what happens when the struggle isn't physical, but it is emotional? What happens when an athlete's biggest challenge isn't an opponent, but it is their own feelings of guilt, doubt, and loyalty? Unlike the usual underdog story where everything works out, Breakpoint forces its characters to make tough, real-life decisions. We wanted this film to be relatable to a lot of young athletes who are struggling between two different decisions. There's no easy answer, no perfect resolution. Sometimes no matter how much you care about someone, you have to choose yourself, but that choice isn't easy and often comes with consequences. This is what makes our film different and makes it challenge conventions. It is not just about the sport, but it is about the people, the relationships, the bonds, and the emotional battles that happen, not just on, but off the court. Because sometimes the hardest thing is not losing a game, but it is losing the person who has been by your side the entire time. My team and I wanted to make Breakpoint challenge conventions and deal with real-life issues relating to our audience, who we know many young athletes will be watching this film. Thank you for listening.